Trading is about getting 1% better every day. Life is about that, to be honest with you. I've been doing my paper trades and just learning, but with this tool and this system, it lets me know when I need to buy and when I need to sell. Today, in about 30 minutes, made, give or take $800. I only recorded once though, because when I saw the opportunity, I just went ahead and placed trade. It was for a buy because I felt like it was going in the upward direction and I received the signal. I'll show you how the signal works so you can know when you see an A+ setup and have confidence. However, when you're trading with the smaller time frames, it's important to know when to get in and get out. That way you don't run the risk of losing some potential profits. I did that and executed perfectly today and it felt good. Then I noticed it was going down. Another signal presented itself, and I executed that one as well, and that's the one that I actually recorded, and it actually went down more, but I figured overall it was going to be going up, and when I checked the charts recently, that's exactly where it was going. So it gives me the confidence to know when I'm comparing certain time frames, it's power in actually knowing the direction it's supposed to be going overall, but how you can make money in the short term as well, if that makes sense. But let me show you what an A+ setup looks like, and then show you how it looks in real time so you can execute. And if you want access to the tool, link down below. Just understand that the transfer of wealth is happening. You just have to be in position to get yours. So this is what I mean by looking for A+ setups. I said it because I wanted you to see how it looks on the screen. It's in, a couple of different places. But an A+ buy setup, you want everything to be green. A high probability of the market going up, also known as going long. Green buy signal, so you'll see the green buy signal, which is the indicator that prints a green buy signal. So you want to see that. You want to see a green bullish bias. Remember I showed you the bias in the upper right hand corner. It's either going to say bullish, bearish, or neutral. If it's neutral, you don't do anything. You just wait. Patience is key in trade. Patience brings wealth in trade. So you look for a green bullish bias, which lets you know that the market has been going up. That's the bias. That's, the nature of the market at the time. You're looking for a green trend bar. That's the wavelengths that I showed at the bottom of the screen. You want that to also be green. And then you're looking for a green power line. Power line that is green and horizontal basically says money is in the market right now at this time. Come get some. It's so many words. Once all those four things have been checked, consider that an A+ buy setup. So it's a high probability. Real simple. Real simple. 1, 2, 3, 4. For A+ sell setup, what you're looking for is, pretty much the opposite. Minus one thing, being identical. You're looking for a red sell signal. You're looking for a red bearish bias. You're looking for a red trend bar. And you're also looking for the green power line as well. That lets you know money is in the market. You want liquidity. You want to be able to get money out of the market at the right time, strategically, and rinse and repeat. This is an example of what an A+ setup is based on these four things being in position once you have everything set up, once you get access to the group. Now, I'm going to go over real quick what's in the group so that way you understand what you're getting, and then let me know if you got any questions, anything you want me to clarify on, so that way I can incorporate it in other videos, and I know it can help others as well. So I took two previous winning trades. I didn't get a chance to record it, but another A+ setup presented itself, so I'm gonna go ahead and take it live so that way you can see it in real time. This is the demo account, and the previous setups were buys, and I was comparing a couple of other things that made me say, okay, this would be a good trade, and both of them ended up going in my direction. I didn't stay around too long. I got in, got out. It would have made like a total of $700, 300 and some change on one, 400 and some change on another. But I just executed this trade because it is an A+ setup. A+, we got a bearish daily bias for the 2-minute time frame. We got a sell signal here. We got red trending, and we got green momentum. But I plan on just getting in and out as I practice and get better. I'm not planning on just staying in trades for a long time, and then over time I develop my muscle in order to stick around a little longer. But the last couple of trades were profitable, quite a few. But this is an A+ setup, so I had to take it just so I can learn and see how the market is operating. I ultimately feel like it's going to go in the up direction because of the 1 hour daily bias and buy signal. So actually, I'm about to close this one out. Well, I wanted to go back over 100. I'm gonna close it out. Boom, 163 is what it looked like it closed at in a matter of a minute or some change. So learning this skill set is gonna be key and critical for everyone to just understand how to get money out of the market. Now, everything doesn't always go in your favor. Everything doesn't always go up. But if you got a couple of things that let you know when is a good time to buy, then you can take confidence in that. And then you determine when you want to get out. Now, ultimately, it's an A+ setup, so it's an 80% chance that it can hit this TP1. However, there are a couple of things that could make it not touch it. And when you see like little boxes and things of that nature, those areas can serve as support, meaning that it might hit it and bounce off for a second and resist it. However, it still can hit the take profit one. Will I be upset that it would have hit the take profit one and that 100 and some dollars could have been, let's just say, 500 plus? No, I'm learning, and you just have to make sure that you position yourself to trade another day. And that means taking profits when you see fit, but definitely not staying in a trade so long to where you lose more money than necessary. So this was just a live trade. This is the third trade that I've taken in probably the 30-minute and within a 30-minute time frame. So if I had to add it all up, it'll be, maybe about $800, $900 made in about 30 minutes. That's pretty significant. And then I know if I can do it on this level, it's just a matter of time before I have those $1,000 days and things of that nature in a real account. Now, I did trade 2 contracts, so that's what made the money go up a little bit more. And on the previous trade, I traded 2 contracts, and then the one before that, I accidentally traded 4 contracts because I hit the button several times thinking it wasn't taking it, but it actually did. So it was 4, maybe 5 contracts. So I closed it out in profit and made sure I secured that win and secured that rep, because remember, I wanted to get a ton of trades in before I even start using real money, so I can get an understanding of how it works, how it moves, what and why I'm doing what I'm doing. Now, I will show this real quick before we wrap it up. Is I had a sell or buy signal earlier, and the extra confirmation came from me looking at a higher time frame. Looking at a higher time frame gives you a broader scope of what is happening and what direction is likely to go in. When you look on the smaller time frames, like what I was in, sometimes you can't tell, where it's actually going to go. But in the short term, it could be good if you're just trying to scalp or get in and out. So right now on the hourly time frame, it's showing the daily bias of bearish. However, there was a buy signal here that's still in play. A buy signal earlier that's still in play. And it's still in play because you still have the stop loss set right here. You still have the take profit set right here. Still an entry line showing a good place to enter. Take profit 2, take profit 3. This makes me believe that it's a good chance that the market's still going up in that direction, because this was at one point a good setup. Now, that being said, it's a matter of looking at the market and seeing opportunities if you want to look at the market, or making your profits and being done for the day. The choice is yours. If you hit your goal, you can be done for the day. Don't give any money back. And some people prefer to continue to look at the market because they want to find multiple opportunities that continue to present themselves throughout the day. This is trading at MNQ, which is the mini NASDAQ. Some people are doing it across multiple different tickers and assets to make sure that they're positioning themselves to make money in multiple places. Find your strategy, find what works for you, stick to it, run with it. That's all I got for this video. If you want access to the tool that lets you know exactly when to buy and or sell and pre-plots, take profits and stop losses and things of that nature, the link is down below, so you can understand the transfer of wealth is happening. You just got to get in position to get some of that wealth transferred to you. Salute.